Thank you, Dr. Han. Good afternoon, everybody, again. And we're going to start with the rings presentation for this session. Of course, element group still remain the same as normal. Information about D score, which is angular deviation. Strength hold position that deviate from the correct body, arm or legs position by greater than 45 degrees will not be recognized. Example, cross with shoulders angle greater than 45 degrees, support scale with hip bent of 45 degrees greater as well, the same. And this is an example, applies to all the strength positions. In swing element that lead to strength hold element, which is must reverse direction. Example, front uprise to swallow, front uprise to inverted cross, etc. will count as two element, as if this example. Of course, keep to inverted cross. Next slide. And leaning element is no longer permitted. It's been deleted from the code. Only may apply the final position if it held correctly. And the same thing related to pinada, deleted as well. And this type pinada skill. Remove the following. Salani removed. Leaning 2 removed. Change skill, the front salt in support on rings only applies for the pike position. Tuck position is being removed. Another confirming all type pinada skills, which is the group element 29, 46, 41, 40, 47, and press from L, sit, press to inverted cross is being removed. Number 75. Leaning, again, Sukuhara, which is number 40 and 39 for leaning, and 75 for back uprise to changed, removed from the code. Additional remove for dismount, all coaster type dismount in simple tuck, pike, stretch, twisting, all removed, which is 19, 20, 21, and 45 in the all code points. Some changes for element group 2. Support scale straddle downgraded from B to A. Roll backward slow straight, which is Azerian to Maltese. Number 107 downgraded from F to E. And Balandin, the two skill being separate, used to be in one box, now it's two different boxes, 125 and 131. Which is pull up to Maltese or pull up to scale support. Changes, additional changes. Falga upward to support scale, straddle, downgraded from C to B. Number 62. Uprise backward to support, scale straddle, downgraded from C to B, number 68. Further changes, Falga upward to inverted cross, upgraded from D to E, number 89. Uprise backward to inverted cross, upgraded from D to E, number 95. Back kip to inverted cross, upgraded D to E, number 101. Dismount, front half twist, downgraded to A. Front full twist, downgraded to B. And back half twist as well from B to A. A hold is achieved when the whole body reaches a static position, including the shoulders and feet. A hold part will not be recognized by the D jury for difficulty and all element group requirements if no stop is shown. We'll see some videos. Never stop, complete movement in the legs and body coming down. And what expectation in the second video, complete stop. Yanison Yamawaki type element should be performed with continuous movement and with shoulders above ring height. If a clear support phase is shown, the element will not be recognized and receive a 0.5 deduction. In this case, the element cannot be split into Honma and forward swing to hang. These elements performed slowly will be recognized, but with a medium or small deduction. Some example, Yanison type element, want to smoothly, and Yamawaki again. During swings to hold position or during strength presses, the shoulders and or the body may not raise above the perfect hold position. If the deviation from perfect position is greater than 45 degrees, the element will not be recognized and receive a 0.5 deduction. In this case, the final hold position can be recognized if performed to the technical requirements. Example, salt forward to cross with an entry position above 45 degrees will receive 0.5 deduction and a B value for the cross if the performance is fulfilled. From cross press above 45 to swallow will receive 0.5 deduction and a D value for the swallow if performance is fulfilled. Some example, shoulders clearly below 45 degrees. Second example, clearly 55 degrees above the ring's height. So in this case, the cross will be paid the B. Another video, a little bit high, but still within the requirements height. During swing to handstands or swing to hold position, the lowering of legs from the initial entry position or greater than 45 degrees will lead to non-recognition and receive 0.5 deduction. And we see example, just a slight lowering of legs These type of things we're looking at. And a strength press from hang must be performed slowly with the straight arms and straight body to avoid deduction or classification as a swing to strength. If the arm bent of a greater than 45 degree is shown, the element will not be recognized and receive 0.5 deduction. Here are the deduction, still will be counted. Expectation of swallow or Maltese. A swallow should be performed in a horizontal position with a perfectly straight body and middle of the shoulders in the line with the bottom of the rings. The arms should be wide and with no contact to the upper body. Touching of the arms will lead to a small deduction, clear support of the body with the arms, a medium deduction. Some ideals: clearly arms not touching, and this is the expectation to receive no deduction. A support scale will be recognized if the shoulders are completely above the top of the rings. The body should be in a perfectly straight horizontal position. The position of the arms, example, slightly wide or hands turned out, does not define the value of the element. Absolutely perfect planche position. This is a little bit a gray area. Sometimes not all the body type position above the rings could be sometimes tricky to define the planche and the Maltese. I highlighted this. It's written in a quarter point. I think there's the word when performing a press from one hold position to another hold position. The expectation is to see distinct movement of the body more than body width. I think this word should be body depth, not width. So we'll send a message to technical committee for clarifications. If the press does not commence from the perfect position, the element will be subject to the execution deduction. If there is a minimal body movement, only the final hold element will be recognized. Example, hanging scale, reward press to swallow, as we see in this video. Kip type elements are swinging elements that should be initiated from a deep fold followed by a clear dynamic swing action. A kip element, example element 359, be formed with minimal fold and use of strength rather than swing will be deducted. As we see in this video, must show complete fold and keep out of it in a swingy way instead of use it slowly. And slow roll type element, Azerian, must be performed with a constantly slow roll and with a straight body throughout. Any variation will lead to AGU deduction and potentially non-recognition. Some Skill not recognized. Some videos to have a look. We can see he non-stop shown in the skill. Of course, 0.5 and no recognition. Another example. Information about exercise presentation. This is where an exercise must start in a hang position with arm vertically and straight. The gymnast must not bend their arms in moving to the first element unless specifically needed for the element completion. Example, cast up and underswing backward may be started with bent arms at any time during the exercise. This clarification continues into the element as many reference to straight arms are removed as this is expected and bent arms emphasized if not already clear. And some exercise presentation. Of course, arms, we need to see arms in the kip action, arms straight, and we can see here bending arms, and that is 0.3 deduction. Lowering down as well, it must be with the straight arms, cannot be bending arms. Sometimes simple skills, we just overlook that is simple, we don't expect mistakes, but sometimes large mistakes. D-jury deduction, no swing to handstands, of course 0.3 deduction as before, and the more than 2 times element Kazagi is 0.3 deduction, non-recognition by D-jury. E-jury deduction, still legs apart or other poor execution during jump or lift to rings is 0.3, and a pre-swing before start to exercise 0.3. A coach gives the gymnast an initial swings 0.1, lay away on the back of the swing, point 3, and slow interruption or support phase during Yanisen and Yamawaki, 1, 3, 5. Hold of non-listed part for 2 seconds or more each time, point 1. Composition arrows, point 3. False grip, over grip during strength holds each time, point 1. Bent arms during swing to strength, hold parts or establish hold position, 1, 3, 5. Continue deduction for AGU. Bent arms during hold and presto strength hold elements, 1, 3 or large, point 5. Supporting or balancing with feet or legs on the cables, point 5 plus no recognition. Fall from handstands to hang is point 5 as well, no recognition. Excessive swing of cable, point 1 each time. Preceding strength hold, high angle, press to strength, also apply for the second element, point 1 or point 3. Touching or supporting of arms against body during swallow, 1 or 3. Swing to strength, 1 or 3. We concluded all the explanation. We can move to first exercise if we're ready. D1, we'll play the first routine, we'll give you 90 seconds, and I play the video again with the explanation and a list of the exercise. If we're ready, shall we start? First routine. Okay, we'll have 90 seconds. Okay, time. We'll watch the routine. So we have a 3E, 3D, 3C, 1B, element group 2.0. Script down with the symbols, and we can move on to the second exercise, D2. We ready? Let's go. Okay, 90 seconds. Time. We'll see the answer for the routine.
The ball is Colin Van Woodman of the USA.
We have 2 E's, 4 D's, 3 C's, 1 B, and element group 2.0. And the routine script down. And we can move to the 3rd D exercise. Here we go. Ninety seconds. Time. We'll watch the explanation. We have here the Honma was not to cross was not paid. and only be giving the cross B. We have one F, two E's, two D's, three C's, two B's, element group 2.0. And as you notice in there with the red circle, with the Honma to cross is not paid, only giving the cross. D4, starting Okay, 90 seconds. Time. Start the routine. Okay, we have 1E, 1D, 5 Cs, 3 Bs, element group 2.0. Routine script. Now we move to last exercise, D number 5. And here we go. Okay, 90 seconds. And time. We'll see the routine.
Offering from the USA, you Walker. Of Arizona, right again.
Score for James Hall, 14.40. Good shot of that little runway 25 meters, where our next competitor will demonstrate to complete the difficult vault. Score for California, 14.19.
It's 2E, 3Ds, 2Cs, 2Bs, 1A. And here we go, the Honma cross, which is not paid, is being given the B cross, and backup rise to straddle planche is not an accounting element. That is concluded the D difficulties exercise. We'll move on to the E. They are the same routines.
Next on hold from the USA, on hold from the Netherlands, Desiree Smith.
Okay. 30 seconds. And execution. So anyway, between 1.8 to 2.4. We move on to exercise number 2.
Competing next on ring, representing China, Zhong Wei. to pose, is Cohen Van Woodland of the USA.
Seconds. And time. Play the routine. Anything 1.9 to 2.5 is fine. And we go to the third exercise. Thirty seconds. and we watch the routine. So anything 33.6 to 5.2 is fine. Go to exercise number 4.
Operating from Switzerland, Christian Paul. And Paul, of course, represents the Lucas, the Switzerland,
And the for Team China, WC demonstrates
30 seconds. And time. Watch the routine. Anything 1-8 to 4 should be okay. And we are going to the final exercise, number 5.
Good shot of that long runway, 25 meters. Where our next competitor will then proceed to complete the difficult vault. Score for Power Cinema, 14.19.
30 seconds. And time. Okay, here we go. We come to concluding all the presentation for rings. I thank you for your attention. Any question, please don't hesitate to email me or Dr. Han.